Okay, welcome to video number 9. This one's going to be pretty fast. It's mostly about organization more than it is about what's so special about Alice programming. So if you're interested in other types of programming, this is a technique that you're going to want to really think about. And it's called stepwise refinement, which means just basically another way to talk about it is drilling down, getting into the details more and more. Okay, so here's our story. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it. I think it's a Curupira. It's a Brazilian character. Anyway, this thing is playing soccer in the rainforest. It has a soccer ball and will kick the soccer ball toward a pond in the forest. Each kick will cause it to move forward a random distance. We're not talking about that today, but that's going to be in the next 2 days. And here's an if-then statement. If the object gets the soccer ball in the water, it does a dance. Otherwise, so if not, he disappears, shocked that he didn't succeed. This too will not be addressed today. That will be in a coming movie. Okay, so here's your problem. You know, the idea is that you've already set up your scene. Okay, not a big deal. And so the thing is going to run to the soccer ball, kicks a random distance, and here's your if-then statement. Okay, that's fine. But the runs to the soccer ball is what we're going to look at today because that looks like a really simple statement, but as you know, it's very complicated to make things run and look right. So the next step would be to translate it into code, right? Just like we talked about. But like I said, we're going to concentrate on this yellow one. Decomposition takes a very complicated procedure and breaks it into smaller, simpler actions. So again, looking at this yellow rectangle, we're going to create a procedure method called run2object, where together it does a running motion and it runs towards the ball. So those two things together. Well, the running motion's not obvious. So because there is no procedure for it, so we're going to have to write our own. So here's sort of the stepwise refinement. Here's the process. You're going to create another procedure and call it. And we're going to do this again and again until you really have boiled it down. And this also keeps it really elegant. So this one line in my first method is going to be the run2object, and in it, it's going to do a running motion. So now we got to write a procedure for running motion. So what's really interesting is you might want to pause the video and just pretend to run and take a look at what your legs do. At the same time that your right leg goes forward, your left leg actually goes back because your body's kind of moving forward as well. It's pretty complicated. Those of you that have been working on the walking method know what I'm talking about. So first the right leg goes forward, then the left leg goes forward, etc., etc. Okay, again, you can look at this video, a different video by the other people to see what's up with that. Okay, you guys... Sorry, somehow the other video started. Okay, here we are. You know how to do this. I'm going to fly through this. You go here, you're going to select your object that you've already put in, okay, and we're going to be adding a procedure. And you're going to call it running motion, and you're going to put comments in it to make this so that you remember what you're doing. And here's something we hadn't talked about, is that when it starts, you're going to assume that it's in its original starting position, so standing up, and then it's going to return to its original starting position. That's really important because you don't want the legs to be ending up at an angle that they didn't start at. That would look weird. Okay, you know how to drag this in. This is not complicated. The hips, you know how to do this, so I'm going to fly through this. And the do together is important so that it happens at the same time. And now we're going to go backwards. So you've done the running motion, and you're going to call it in the run2object, etc., etc. Okay? Really, this is not news. It's just the way of thinking about it is different. You do want to add the comments, and then at the very end, you're just going to put it all together. Okay? In my first method, you want to make sure you call running method. So that's really it. This is, like I said, this is not really a new procedure. It's more a new way of thinking of things. You may want to pause here and just look at this and make sure you understand what the deal is. Okay? That's it. Have a good day.